1996, it was the end of not only a famous old monument, but an era that had for 20 years given them a blueprint for successful football, as well as one of Europe's best club sides and one of the greatest players to grace the game. As Johan Cruyff raises a glass to celebrate his 50th birthday, we look back on the career of a legend. Born in the shadow of the De Meer Stadium, Cruyff was a product of the Ajax school and still believes in its principles.
If you want to have an attractive game, you must good technical quality. Everybody, more or less my age, learn football on the street. There's no room at the street, so you must try to find something else where people can develop themselves in a way which is not sterilized learning.
As a 17-year-old in 1964, he made his debut for Ajax. At 19, he was in the international team. Lithe, wiry and strong, he went on to inspire Ajax and Holland through most of their golden 1970s. But in 1973, he joined Barcelona for a club record of $1 million. When he arrived, the team was struggling down the table. By the end of the season, they were champions. The fans took him to their hearts, and Cruyff fell in love with the city.
Barcelona, Catalonia, this got very good European-minded, which means that you feel very well communicating with the people. Normally the weather in Spain is perfect. The way of life in Spain is fantastic.
In 1978, aged 31, Cruyff was persuaded to join the NASL in the United States before returning to Europe to play with Levante in Spain and then to Ajax, where he won 2 more league titles and raised his goal tally to 204 in 275 games before finishing his playing career with Feyenoord, where he won another championship medal. But in 1988, Cruyff returned to Spain, this time as coach of Barcelona. It was here as a player that he'd enjoyed his best footballing years, being voted European Footballer of the Year 3 times. As a coach, Cruyff guided Barcelona to an unprecedented period of success. In 8 years under his charge, the Catalan club won their long-awaited European Cup and 4 consecutive Spanish championships. Throughout his managerial reign, Cruyff clung to beliefs and standards he'd learnt in his early days at Ajax, entertaining football with an emphasis on technique, bringing on young players such as Ivan de la Peña and his own son, Jordi. Cruyff insisted that wherever he went, he would instill into his players his philosophy of open, attacking football. Although Cruyff never gained any official coaching qualifications, Ivan de la Peña points out he didn't need any.
Every time he tells you something, you take it well, because he's been a player. He is impressed at international level, and like it or not, you feel something special when he tells you something.
At one time, it seemed unlikely that Cruyff would ever see his 50th birthday. A chain smoker throughout his career, he was saved from premature death by double bypass heart surgery.
You realize what life is. You realize that you've got to get rid of stupid things like smoking. And from that time on, I felt better, and the quality of life has been much better.
But last year, after a public row with Barcelona president José Luis Núñez, in which Núñez accused Cruyff, amongst other things, of favouring his son over other players, Cruyff was sacked. He failed in his bid to sue Núñez for unfair dismissal, and now, out of football, he enjoys life away from the pressures of the game, working in the media and spending time with his family. Looking back over a career spanning more than 30 years, Cruyff has few regrets.
When I look back, I just could say that I'm being involved in the game, let's say, as a professional, for about 35 years or 34 years. And I enjoyed every minute of it.
And we can only hope that it's not too long before the Dutch master returns to celebrate more victories.
Yes.